Alright, today's video is on dot plots. So just like a box plot, a dot plot gives you a visual display of how data values are distributed. So this is an example of a dot plot. It is representing the number of siblings. So maybe we asked everyone in the class how many siblings they have. Okay, according to this dot plot, 4 people have 0 siblings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people have 1 sibling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people have 2 siblings. 3 people have 3 siblings, and 1 person has 4 siblings. So that's how you would read this, okay? Now some things that you might have to find from a dot plot, you might have to find the range. So to find the range, we take the greatest value, which is 4, and we subtract the least value, which is 0. So 4 minus 0 gives us a range of 4. We might have to find the median. Now, finding the median, I find it best to list out the numbers, just because trying to cross out the dots and go back and forth can get a little confusing, and if you get lost, you might get the wrong answer. So I need to write 4 zeros, 8 ones, 8, 6 twos, 3 threes, and 1 4. And then we find the middle. And this is where it's super important to count carefully and make sure we're not skipping any numbers. So it looks like our median is between these two ones right here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep. So that means our median is 1. Right? And they might also ask us to find the mean. All right, when finding the mean, we need to add them all up. So you can actually do some pre-adding using the dot plot. This row of zeros adds up to 0 because they all represent zeros. There are 8 ones, so that's 8. There were 6 twos, which adds up to 12. 3 threes adds up to 9, and 1 4. So we add these, 8 and 12 gives me 20. 20 plus 9 is 29, and plus 4 gives me 33. And then we divide by how many values there are. I think I said there's 11 and 11, which would mean there's 22 values. This is going to be fun. Let's see, we can go on one time. Decimal 0. 22 into 110. My guess is close to 5 times. Using your calculator. Oh, exactly 5 times. Yay! So that means our mean is 1.5, which is super close to our median. That's good. All right, so there's an example of how to read what's in a dot plot and find the range, median, and mean. Some other things you might need to know about a dot plot are the way the numbers are distributed. Okay, there are 3 words that we use to describe the distributions. Okay, we can call the distribution symmetric, uniform, or skewed. A symmetric distribution has a center, and the distribution looks the same on both sides of that center. So on this one, it's taller on the sides, it comes down on the side, and then goes back up. All right, another one might look like a mountain, up and then down. And it's centered around the center, okay? That's symmetric. Uniform is where they are all the same height. Everyone's the same. That's uniform. Skewed is where it's small on one side and high on the other. All right, and it's skewed in the direction of where the smaller amount is, okay? So this guy is skewed to the right because it should be over on the left, but it got skewed over to the right, and this one got skewed over to the left, okay? So those are 3 types of descriptive words that you might see used with dot plots. The last thing I want to talk about is our last vocab word for this week, outlier. An outlier is a data value that is far away from the rest of the values. So looking at this dot plot, the majority of the values are right here between 10 and 40, and then we've got these two guys out here. We would call those outliers. And what they end up doing is skewing our data. So this is unusual for these two dots to be way out here, so we call them outliers. Right, make sure you put some of this information into your spiral, and we're going to practice this tomorrow.